this new work week, I just wanted to have a quick chit chat with y'all, and let's bring it back to the fundamentals of healthcare and of nursing. I got an email about a huddle for the week, and it reminded me. The 5 P's: purposeful, hourly, rounded. Do y'all understand how much time that saves you? Whether you are the nurse, the LPN, the CNA, whoever. When you in that room, if you do or ask everything, or just make sure that the basic common sense or necessities of life are addressed, I promise you, you will not be in and out that room as much. I mean, we can't avoid people putting their call lights on. For example, why do y'all take folks to the bathroom and put their bedside table with their water, their phones, XYZ? Why do y'all not put the stuff back? Clearly, this shows me that y'all was not raised to put shit back the way you found it. I was raised like that in my household. So I put shit back the way I found it. Or correctly, in the proper place. The 90-year-old grandma that's been falling crack on her head every other day cannot get to her water if it's across the room. I'm sorry. Secondly, make sure they got water. Make sure they got water before you leave. And half the time, if you ask them, do you need water when the water is empty? If they can have it, I go get it anyway. Because guess what? After they done said no, 5 minutes later, they're calling you extra for the very cup of water they just told you they did not want. Just do it. That way, it's already there. It's already there. And tell them you put it there, so they won't call you. The other thing, as much of a hassle as it may seem, or time consuming, it take a quick little second and say, hey, do you need to go to the bathroom while I'm right here? While I am available? Yes or no? When was the last time you went to the bathroom? If they say it's been a while, or they're a person that I know, maybe you don't know if you gotta go to the bathroom, we finna get up and we finna go run to the bathroom real quick. You know why? Because the way I break my time down, I allot. When I step into the room with a patient, you got my undivided attention. If it's not emergent, I'm not stepping out the room to go handle some with the next person. I'm finna get you straight before I step out. Because when I leave, I do not plan to come back and see you again until I'm done seeing everybody else and doing my rounds. So yeah, we finna run to the bathroom real quick. If it's bedtime and I'm winding you down and I'm putting you to bed, and I know, this is finna be the end of the night, I'm asking you, do your phone need to go on the charger? Is your phone charged? Because guess what? In the wee hours of the morning, or whenever you walk out that room, they gonna call you, ask you for a phone charger. Put it on the charger while they sleep, so when they get up in the morning, they can have it. 9 times out of 10, the chargers don't reach on the bed anyway. So you got to put it on somewhere they can't reach it. Okay, I'm going to put it over here. If you need it later when I come back for charge, I'll give it back to you. That's the plan. You're not calling me in 30 minutes to take the phone off charger. Let's let it fully charge, so you got a full battery. You know what I'm saying? XYZ. I probably have like the least amount of call lights at work. I ain't going to even hold y'all. Like I said, unless it's some stuff that's not like the basic necessities of life. Then once I do my first big rounds, a lot of this stuff is stuff they teach you in school. Some of the basic you should kind of get when you first start off in healthcare. But the other thing, a lot of us nurses have been CNAs before we became nurses. So that's where I get a lot of my stuff from. And I work with a lot of nurses that was in my ass all the time when I was a CNA. So, I don't like people telling me nothing. So once they told me I had all those teachable moments, I learned from them. One of my good friends was one of them, Stacy ass. But it's not that hard. Like, I be at work and I'm probably one of the nurses that has the least call lights throughout my shifts. I promise you, the least amount of call lights, unless it's just some other extra stuff. They're not calling usually right after I leave the room to go to the bathroom because they need water, because they can't reach something. Matter of fact, if it's after 9 o'clock, if it's bedtime. Another thing for me specifically as a nurse, patients that I know are in the hospital for pain. Are you having pain? I mean, we ask everybody, are they having pain? But those specifically, are you having pain? No. What is your pain right now?
Mile. Take exit 312 toward Illinois 17 West East Court Street.
If they in the bed like this, all scooched up, they ain't comfortable. Fix them up in the bed. For 2 reasons. 1, they uncomfortable. 2, they gonna be in pain eventually. 3, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get ready to eat a meal. They're gonna drink some water, XYZ. If they're not properly positioned in their bed, guess what? They can aspirate. I know this is basics. We should all know this, but
1,000 feet, keep right at the fork to continue toward Illinois 17 West East Court Street.
Sit them up in the bed. If they arm is broke on the right side, dum-dum, move the stuff to the left side so they can use. I had a patient, I kid you not, last week, that was in her 60s. She came in, she broke her left leg, her right leg, but her right hand she couldn't use. She's predominantly right-handed. I was asking her about her diet, you know, if she had been eating, if she ate dinner, XYZ. I think she had been in the hospital for like 4 days at this point. She's like, no, I haven't been eating the last couple days because I can't use my right hand. I said, well, can you use your left hand? She said, yeah. So I noticed her tray, no, her tray was on the left side, but the way she was sitting in the bed, she couldn't use it. She's like, oh, I can't sit up on the edge of the bed. I'm like, well, you don't have to. We can get you scooted up in the bed. Baby, it took me 2 minutes. I got her scooted up in the bed. We played around with the tray, found a position that worked. She ate. I came back after then. I said, yeah, how did it go? She's like, oh, that was great. This is the first time I was able to fully eat a meal. It took me 2 minutes, and I was already standing there. So that is my tip to having a successful week.
Quarter mile, continue straight onto Illinois 17 West.
Is to ensure that you go through purposeful hourly roundings, or the 5 P's. I do not ask this stuff in any particular order. I just have a basic conversation, and I'm proactive instead of reactive. And I promise you, when I used to work at Kish as a CNA, that was what they used to say. Be proactive versus react. And I promise you, I hated purposeful hourly rounding and 5 P's when I was a CNA. But as I started to do it, I understood the purpose and how much it reduces, you know, it anticipates the needs of the patients. That's all. That's my 2 little cents for today. Y'all have a good week.